Hey everybody, it's Matthew Arcola, your daughter's ballet instructor for her Pointe and pre-Pointe classes. So we're going to go over this really quickly. Let's talk about foot hygiene first. Make sure, young ladies, that your feet are really well cleansed before class and that they're dried well before class, before you put it into any sock or any shoe, and certainly into your Pointe shoe. The other thing you want to make sure is that your toenails are really well trimmed, like my fingernails, and they're also buffed, so you have no hangnails, no nails that are a little long or are pointy because maybe you cut them but you didn't buff them and now there's like a sharp edge, because once you get into the shoe you're going to feel everything that wasn't buffed out and it's not going to be fun. So make sure you maintain that pedicure, the cleanliness of the feet. Fun tip: rose oil, mint oil, makeup round, cleanse the whole foot in that. Wash your hands after, because you don't want the mint oil anywhere near your mouth or your eyes. It could create a burning sensation, but on your feet it'll feel very cooling, very nice. It'll make them smell good all day long. It's also naturally antibacterial. So now we're going to go into preparations of your shoes. Okay, so here is a Pointe shoe, right? Okay, so notice this one almost looks brand new, but I've actually worn this many times. So this looks brand new because all of the stitching is done on the inside, okay? This doesn't even look like it's been abused, because if you have good technique and good shoe preparation, the shoe should always look really nice, okay? And except for the bottom's gonna show where, you know, you've been dancing with however dirty the stages you were on or the rehearsal rooms, etc. And then this part's gonna start to get pretty beat up. So let's talk about shoe preparation. This part needs to be cut out. This is your box. This is the base of your box or your platform. This is your vamp. The longer a child's toes are or the more arched her feet are, typically the vamp needs to be longer. The wider her metatarsal, wider the toes, the box will need to be wider. This part here, if it's balanced well and it's a good maker, and I only selected the best makers, y'all are in the Freeds or Russian School or Nikolai, so you got some good shoes. I didn't get you any crazy shoes, so I helped you with the fittings. The first time may not be ideal, but everyone looked pretty decent. Because as you work, you're gonna know more what you need. So right now it's sort of me with my non-X-ray eyes and body alignment anatomy going, this will work, and asking you how you feel. And I'm pretty good at it. I've been doing it for a while. All right, so here, what you want to do is you'll take an X-Acto knife or a pair of sewing scissors. You'll crimp here in the center to make a hole and then start cutting around, real easy. Take a lighter and seam the edges. And then here on this back flap, a little bit of jet glue between the satin and the shoe. Jet glue that in, it'll stay. Like I said, when you get more professional, or if these, I was really just using the strength of my feet, like when you go to the gym, we get lazy with our preparation. But certain things I never got lazy with the preparation was elastics and the inside, okay? Drawstrings. Always leave a little extra drawstring, because you never know when you're gonna have to pull them taut again. So I just leave them just enough so they stop at the base there. Tuck them inside after you've knotted them here. Once you get the length that you like, it should feel like a firm grip. Not tight, but firm grip, okay? Through there, they're not gonna feel them. They're wearing ouch pouches anyway. Okay, now for the elastic. This one's the most important, because this piece alone, you don't even need the ribbons theoretically. Once you're more advanced, and if you don't have crazy arch feet, this should hold the shoe to you, even in a performance. So what you're gonna do here, the shoe does most of the work for you. See that midline? You fold. You have two automatic 45-degree lines. You take a pin, you mark on the inside, you mark on the inside, you flip it out. And you'll see here my pen line right there that I made like 5 years ago. Okay, and then you're gonna make a box stitch on, again, this is on the inside of the shoe, and you don't sew through the satin. I shouldn't see the stitching on the satin, right? There's separation between the canvas and the satin, and that way it looks really nice, very sleek. And then when they point their foot, it looks really like, it should look like part of their foot. It shouldn't be like foot and shoe. It should be one thing. Very seamless, very elegant, very chic. Okay, now the ribbons. Again, super easy. Pointe shoe does have to battle for you. The maker has this seam here. You're gonna go in opposition to that line. So it's almost a 45-degree angle here. And you can see here's the line that the maker made, where the seam is, and then here's your ribbon. Their line's going this way, your line's gonna go in opposition. Why? This is aesthetics and physics. When the shoe is pointed, the whole point of the ribbon, just like the elastics, is to pull your shoe taut towards you. Okay, so when the shoe's like this and it's on that angle, it's pulling in the direction of the arch. It's not fighting the arch. If I didn't sew it along that line when the shoe arches, it can buckle or bag, and then the sense of keeping it close to your foot, it's not really helping. It will still help with like ankle security a little bit, but it's not really gonna help with that line and keeping the shoe towards you. So that's why we do it on that bias. Okay, this wraps around once, and then your built-in stretch elastic should go right where the Achilles is. Real simple. This is what it'll look like when it's done, okay? It's actually a really nice foot. So we're just crossing one over the other. It wraps around, and you'll see on this one, if you look really close, the knot is on the inside, and then they tuck it under one of the loops from going around, okay? Everyone's a little different because we have these pre-sewn Achilles, and these have to go match at the Achilles. If your knot ends up being on the outside, it's not the end of the world. It's more important that when you measure, this is there. So you're gonna have them be flat when you measure this. This should be a firm hug when they're flat, so that when they go to point, it's more of a very firm hug. These will be measured when they're sitting in a chair and the shoe's on and they've pointed their foot like this, so that you know how much you need going in that direction. I know. It'll become like second nature. How to store the shoe. Okay, cedar sachets are coming. I know the store didn't have them, but they're on their way. They're done dancing, the shoe's gross, it's sweaty, whatever. But now it has started to mold and customize to your foot, which is great. The cedar sachet is going to keep that mold in a way, and also the shape it's created around your metatarsal, and it's gonna help it to dry. And also, so the shoe will last longer. It'll break down better over time. Then you take your ribbons and you fold this back in like that. And you wrap your ribbons firmly around a straight shank, not in the arch shape, but make it straight. And then you slip them into the bag that the shoe gave you. The store gave you, excuse me. So here's what it'll look like, nice, clean, and tidy. This helps the shank to stay strong. Again, you have jet glue, so we can jet glue that inner shank throughout the history of the shoe that you have. It'll go into a nice netted bag like this. Make sure the bag is hooked on the outside of their backpack so that it's not being crushed by what's ever in the backpack, and also so it has access to oxygen. It's the whole point of an aerated bag. And then you just dump your little toe pads in that bag too for the same reason, and they should be fine. If you have any questions, please call me. I will be more than happy to help you. It's really easy. Some people, you have that special sewing kit, it's special thread, that stuff's awesome. The store really sets you all up well. If there's anything at all that you need, just let me know. Like I said, the sachets are coming, your uniforms are coming, all those things are coming. But everything they gave you to prepare the shoe, you guys are set to go. All right, so I'll see some of you today, and the rest of you will see the end of the week. Have a great one.